Hey guys, welcome back. Another game, multiplayer game with Linksy, and I have a treat for you today. It is Kush and Masaesyli. I believe I'm pronouncing them right. I hope Masaesyli. I believe I'm pronouncing them right. And versus two Romans at Alexandria Aracosia, if I pronounced it right. This was a fantastic match I played a couple of days ago. It was really fun, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. Soon as it loads. No, I'm not really good at doing slow motion voice. It's not my thing. Yeah, trying something new. Showing you the army composition at the start. Well, not really the army composition in the sun. But anyhow, any moment now, sirs. Any moment now. Ruining my intro here, guys. And by guys, I mean the CPU cores and the RAM. And it is definitely open. Perhaps, maybe. Kinda solid. Alright. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Took a while. Okay. Alright, we're here. Fantastic and lovely. So, what do we have? Well, as you can see, I have developed a recent obsession playing with Masaesyli. So again, my usual components, slave infantry, I have desert cohort, tribal slingers, more desert cohort, my general of Numidian, heavy, noble, spear boys, more sword boys, slinger boys, spiky boys. And on this side, I have my ally with Shoto, his favorite faction, and frankly one of the best in the game. Armored Total Warriors, Kushite pikes, and just some slave infantry in the front, etc. We decided to completely give up this portion of the land because, well, my ally decided to plant a lot of traps over here. Look at him. Look at him. So many traps. And also we're fighting against a massive horde of Romans. I mean, look at the red tide. And these guys actually seemed to know how to play. They opened their troops in loose formation, allowing them to, if we even would try bombarding them, would destroy them. At this point, we were swearing at each other in Italian because they seem to be actual Romans as well. Perhaps, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, they bring forward legionary cohort units over here all the way. They have a heavy onager over here, legatus, both of their commands over there. 8 units of Syrian archers and Balearic slingers. So I believe it is 6 Syrian archers and 2 Balearic slingers. Legionary cohort on the way, some armored legionnaires and more armored legionnaires from legionary cohort. It is fantastic. My ally is trying to blast a little bit of bits and bobs and throwing his catapult in from all the way over here and trying to shoot his way into the fray. Oh, but unfortunately, that would have been a really good shot if they were on close formation. They are in loose formation. They are trying to make a large hole over here and flood the gates, as you will. We would not have been able to hold against this. They were going to make 8 breaches on this side and 4 and 4, and it's not really something we would have held. They have galleys protecting their troops. They have ballistas on how many? 4, 5, 6, 7 siege towers. We would not have been able to hold this at all. And apart from that, the only difficulty is that they would have slightly of a high ground over here, and their archers would be really good. But from my end, where are my boys? Hello, boys. You ready to fire? These guys, they can get a lot of kills. Now, in this game, I'm still learning the value of patience. Patience is key. When you are defending, let the enemy come to you. Or if you decide you're gonna attack all out and without any mercy. In this case, I needed the enemy to come to me. That was the initial plan. The plan demanded I have patience and I hold my line rank and file till the enemy decides to go berserk. So it's a game of wits. And where am I going with this? As you know, I blew the load off early. I always do, unfortunately. And, oh, wait, that's going to sound wrong. I hope that does not get flagged. Double innuendos. I've taken a really nice liking to the armored legionnaires recently. They're. I mean, look at their hands; they're all armored. Whereas these guys, well, these are more armored legionnaires. More armored legionnaires. Can I get non-armored legionnaires? Armored. These are all armored legionnaires. Okay, wait. Where are the non-armored legionnaire troops? Here. Yeah, these guys don't have a sleeve. That's the only difference. They have sleeves. They protect their hands with sleeves. So yeah, over here, like I mean, you can see, just complete breakdown of our walls. And our tower is getting some kills. I believe the attacker said something along the lines of, well, very, 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 very offensive words, which I must say I cannot repeat in this game. So, while they're setting up and they're coming into the city and trying to figure out what the hell they're gonna do, I promise you, this is a really fun game. Just honestly, the first 10 minutes were not so much fun. Ooh. That glee. That was a good shot. That was a good shot. Just trying to break down this. I believe the rest of this fort will be taken down by his artillery, which he still has left over here. They have two very good artillery units. I have a light artillery unit over here, which is... I mean, it can be really good, but let's face it. It's... you need the heavy boys. So over here, I got really tempted to try and hit this. And frankly, when you look at it, you say, yeah, I can easily hit that. I mean, look at that. He's piling them up. He's moving them on top of each other. They're trying to stay away because at this point he can kind of see them, and he's like, no, okay, hide. We must hide. We must hide. We must hide. You know, it's only a matter of time before we shoot at them, and when we shoot at them, it's not gonna be pretty. I believe. I don't know why I just did that. I really do not know why I just did that. It just felt natural. It rolled off the tongue, if you one and ones will. Yeah, I'm trying to fill in the time while these idiots decide to attack. I say idiots. They are really good players, but rivalry at its best. Rivalry at its best. They're taking their time at this point. We're wondering what they're doing. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to press the cinematic mode. Wait. I need this. I'm going to press the cinematic mode now. Hopefully it works. It does not work. I must... Come on. Cinematics. I need cinematics. Cinematics. There's a little bit of a fight happening over there. I mean, it's Kushite slave infantry fighting against the Roman butchers. He's hoarding more troops. Just getting one shot with my artillery in there. Ooh, mama. That would have been such a good shot, but unfortunately the angle was just too bad. It was too difficult to be able to hit there. But yeah, I think at some point my ally goes out with chariots and tries to do a run by. Let's see. I believe he could have already tried it, and we missed it. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Speed of this game. No? Where are his chariots? Where the bloody hell are his chariots? Oh, there they are. Oh, look at them. Oh, look at the blessed boys. Look at the lovely horses. So yes, I forgot about this. He had chariots and more elephants ready as a treat, if you will. A nice little juicy treat towards the end of the battle, where we can charge with our thick boys into the thick of the battle. So at this point, they have all of their troops, pretty much all of their troops, in the settlement, with the exception of their archers, and few have got a cohort of there. They're moving in their catapults. They have some of their slingers and missiles over here, and they start moving over here. And well, you know what you do when you see armored legionnaires? You send forward slave infantry units, because these boys are boys. Yeah, I'm not. I was a bit confused. I was trying to move my artillery in place because I was hoping he would move it forward, but he then started getting onto the wall, and well, really and truly, boys and girls, really and truly, there's not much we can do. The arrow tower is firing into these men, and they're getting a few kills here and there. And Kushite slave infantry, I mean, they have a few pila throws, but there's not much you can do there. He has Shotel warriors, so once the Roman is out of position, charge in with Shotel warriors, which are armor piercing. They rip through your armor, they shred your armor, they make you into small Roman sashimi. That's what it is. Roman sashimi. I believe there was a 1 or 2 cannonball hit here. No? Did my... Yeah, my artillery is about to fire. Not sure what it is doing, but he's running back. He saw the catapults and he's running back. Really and truly, I needed my artillery to be right here, shooting into this mass non-stop. I mean, the amount of kills you could get just hitting the front of these troops. Hundreds upon hundreds. And this is what I meant. The slaves are actually managing to kill this, but it's probably the Pilatros and the Legion, first Legion cohort. First blood has been spilled. It's off the battle map. Alright. But, you know, there is a lot more where that came from, and clearly it's gonna be a long, painful train to Rome. I mean, yeah, this is just a horde of Roman legionnaires, and when you see them, you go, how the hell can I beat that? I mean, our troops are more expensive than theirs, and we would not have been able to fill this many troops. Now, that said, I over here charged with my slave infantry, trying to contest the tower, but so bad idea. I mean, I'm fighting armored legionnaires. These guys are gonna shred through my slave infantry. Of course, you're using decisively. For some reason, I thought I could get a few kills, maybe just contest, draw it out further. Honestly, I wished he kind of smelled blood in the air and just charged them with a few more units, so then I can just plop a couple of fireballs. Plop a couple of fireballs. I am in a mood today or tonight, this evening. It's very late at night, and my chair is dire need of oil. There, his archers are just shooting Hell, Hat, and Fury into the Shotel warriors, trying to break them. But the Shotel warriors, they got 60 kills and they just engaged. They're being massacred by the arrow fire, but hey, what can you do? This tower has been really useful though. It's been slowly picking off a couple of units here and there. Now, once breaking from here, I said to myself, wouldn't it be wonderful if I managed to run all the way across here, come and this way and charge up here. And I believe that is what I try to do. I start running, and one of my units breaks. I do not know why, but it just completely breaks. Wait. No, they come back. Okay, they come back. So my units are walking over here. Now, I made a mistake. I forgot about the traps. And these spike traps work really well against lightly armored slave infantry. Meanwhile, the armored legionnaires are completely taking over this section. I have pulled back my catapults to a more favorable location because I thought in my head, I can hit this. And I will try to hit this. I mean, yeah, but of course, he sees the opportunity and he moves forward, especially after he took off my initial blow. But I'm just standing slightly outside the range of the arrow tower, so it doesn't mean much of a loss to me. I mean, I'm not sitting there anyway. Oh my god, all those angles. So the onager is moving there. His legionary cohort just blocks the way, and at that point I just move my slave infantry here. And with this one, I just run all the way down. Do MVP moves, as they say, or trying to. And at this point, while we're trying to keep them occupied, the chariots are moving and they're running, trying to get into range, but they've been tired because they did a long track across the map, and the Pilatro destroys them utterly, completely destroys them. They try one final charge into the enemy, but yeah, not much is getting done. I mean, they get 10 kills, 11 kills. They break through this giant horde of Avocati cohort, but it's not much they can do. 28 kills. Yep, that's it. That's all they get. 28 kills, which is a damn shame, because those are very expensive units. And Pilas are such a broken thing. So you see, while he is fighting here and he walked out this side, and that's why you lost all your ammunition. You were firing at the pseudo formation. My slave infantry decided to help themselves a little bit to auxiliary and Syrian archer sandwich. I think I need to eat food because I'm very hungry, it seems. So the slave infantry is being supported by the ballista, who's raining it down on this blob. Yeah, getting a few kills, but nothing really worth the wastage of ammunition. And I got 127 kills, mind you, that is very good. But well, yeah, I mean, reducing the amount of archers they had is always a good thing. That is stupid. See, that should have rolled over and killed all of these, but that glitches out on that little ledge over there. Now I'm trying to kill as many as I can with like, I believe I tried to aim at this. Where am I? No, I stopped aiming finally. But you know, really and truly, I should have waited for him to come over here and then show the love. He's trying to cross the shallow waters over here and come to attack these bad boys. The Kushite archers, as always, they are very good archers, but unfortunately on this day they were not doing very well. And that's mostly to do with the fact that these guys are no longer Romans, they're walking porcupines. These slave infantry are shattered. The armored Shotel over here barely managed to get enough kills to, you know, to pay back for the amount of money you spent on them. You need at least 160 kills. They might get them because, you know, they're armored Shotel and armored Shotel do wonders. But at this point, my ally is getting low on troops. We do not bring that many troops to begin with, and this definitely did not help. Trying again to hit this blob, but I'm trying to be as supportive as possible and kill as many as I can, but it's of course not working that well for us. And the range is too far. If I kept it over here, it would have been different. Way too far. And it's so difficult to aim. Oh, that was a good shot. That was a juicy ass shot. Yeah, I'm still learning how to use the catapult manually and aim properly. Yeah, that is what you need. That kind of massacre is what you want with that catapult. I believe it's now at 200 kills. Yeah, it's at 200 kills. It's fantastic, honestly. Really and truly, his archers now are fighting his depleted Kushite archers. They're shooting in the armored Shotel, which is not smart from his end. But again, the Kushite archers are pretty much out of ammunition now. One more blow, and it missed. How could it miss? I have no idea, but it missed. You know, there's also an element of probability and randomness. These Balearic slingers have been bombarded to hell and back. That poor legionnaire just walked into the trap. At this point, I noticed he is bombarding me, so I'm trying to run away as fast as possible. I still had a fair decent amount of ammunition, but for, well, reasons, he also wanted to take out my onager, and I must take my hat off to this guy. He knew what he was doing. He took off my onager and he killed it. Where my onager is going, I have no idea. It's glitched out, it's moving on its own, and this is what is coming towards us. And I just have slave infantry over here. He hit it, destroyed, it's going to walk away. But it is very unfortunate. That was very lucky for him. That was so lucky. That was so lucky. Really lucky shots. I'm moving back my tribal slingers to try and contain this. My ally is slowly falling back. I mean, he's surrounded. There are like 6 units of legionnaires here. Another 4 units. Yeah, a horde of legionnaires coming in. And his armored Shotel are getting... and his pikes are being melted by Pila throws. Oh my god, these are no longer humans. They are like, oh my, look at this poor guy. Look at this, When you have this amount of Pila, it's not even fair anymore. These guys were just a meat shield. Look how... Oh my god. Oh, all right. Let's do this. Oh, no. And screenshot. That's a decent screenshot. That is a decent screenshot. So yeah, the Roman assault on this side is going full blast. A thin line of Shoto warriors are. These guys will hold for a while against the armored legionnaires, but of course, there's only so much you can do. On my end, I got greeted by. He's still trying to hit my bloody catapults, and I believe when he destroys one of the last one of them, I get. Putting them in position because I want to shoot into this blob because this is just beautiful. I'm shooting into the side, which is always a good idea. And yep, that was, I believe, was my last shot, but it was a worth it last shot. He destroyed, yep, there it is. He destroyed my catapult and I had no more ammunition left, which is unfortunate. I still had, it showed that I had like 25% of the ammo left, but at that point they just gave up and ran away, and when that happens they lose their ammunition. They're trying to walk through this trap I built, which is basically just to slow them down, break their formation up, because when you fight Romans, you really and truly, the weakness you have is when they're in formation. My cohort over here, which is, you know, in a choke point, he's going to hold off against that for ages. And these are legionary cohorts. They're not not much better. I mean, they have a bit better attack, but we have more armor. We have more melee defense. We can hold them forever. The Kush are falling back to this side. He's moving his last of his pikemen over here. He's making final stand. Armored Shotel on here. We would have needed them on this side more than over in this way. Because over here they're just being picked off. Perhaps could have fallen back here, but again, it's in the middle of the battle. You have no idea what's happening. You're trying to hold on to what little ground you have left. This was a very, very difficult position because look at how much he had left, and we needed to try and minimize our losses. Because if I was able to wipe this out and to kill all of this, which again is a very long stretch, we still have some decent reserves, you know. I was hoping we could fight down here, but at this point I was like, no. Let's. I started, you know, committing everything I had into this. My slave infantry are holding the line as long as possible and seeing what they can do. Yeah, his general, my allies' general, is walking onto the wall and going to try and lay down some pain into the Roman forces. These armored Shotel are ripping these legionnaires to shreds, but there's so much coming at them. I do not know how they can survive. These Balearic slingers are just whizzing their stones away at our lines and ripping us a new one every other time. He moves his... I believe this was a mistake. Oh, that would have been such a good charge. Or even a bait, frankly, because look at what's coming up to him. Oh, these brave armored Shotel charging against the Romans. The Kushite archers, the Royal Kushite archers, are now firing to the flank, and my ally was being overwhelmed by so many troops, which is what it is. On my end, he's supported me with throwing some Shotel warriors into these legionary cohort. We're surrounding him over here. I'm bringing more troops forward. I'm doing a lot of damage. I'm managing to get a lot of kills, and these troops are dying really fast. So we're actually managing to hold the flow of the battle. On this side, I'm trying to create a dead zone to try and get him and do as much damage as possible. I'm managing to tie up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units on that side. And here there's still some reserves, but you know, there's 7 units with 3, and if he decides to fight under here, he is going to get 1 arrow fire, possibly second one. His train of thought was use the Balearic slingers, kill as many of my troops as possible, and, you know, deal as much damage as possible. And from this end, his the Roman legionnaires cohorts are breaking. We made a mistake of routing them, not completely shattering them. That is a mistake I always mention. At the time, in the heat of the battle, you know, if they escape, you know, fair enough, all well and good. But try to shatter them, because once you shatter them, it's done. They don't come back, and I believe these guys eventually come back, which is unfortunate for us. And here the shuttle are making their last stand. The pikes are waiting in reserves, but I think at this point he needs to just put his pikes up and, supporting the shuttle line, and just defend this bit. He's getting a lot of kills, but it's not enough. He needs more. Each one needs to reach at least 200 at this point for us to be even managing to do anything. My troops over here are doing their best to hold the line. They've been killing a lot. The Romans are breaking. This armored shuttle is a legend. They're fighting waist deep in water, fighting against an overwhelming number of Romans bearing down on them, and they're still managing. At this point, the Romans are diverting their forces and their hordes into this choke point, and over here they're moving forward. They're doing some damage to my troops, and they're shooting their Syrian heavy archers into my ranks, but we're managing to hold as much as we can, and we're even trying to desperately break through this bit. Now I believe where are the elephants? The elephants come sometime soon, at some point. When we saw this blob, my ally was, we need the big boys. We need the thick boys. We need the fat boys. These guys are just amazing, really, truly. I'm in love with elephants. Elephants are the best, especially my units over here is managing to kind of like we're trying to do a chain route, because we got a chain route and their morale just completely is wrecked. But to do that, I needed a different general, because if I had War Cry and Intimidate, this would have broken and they would not have returned. Unfortunately, I did not. And his shuttle unit is doing so much damage over here. I mean, seriously, just racking up the kills. The elephants are on their way. I try to charge and do a rear charge on the Zico cohort. Over here, there's a must route. His units are just starting to break and run. They're moving away, and unfortunately, again, they don't shatter. These guys came back, and so will this, and this will not be good for us. Now, there's not much left from his side, but and we took minimal losses. I mean, this side we took very few losses. Yet at the same time, I mean, my ally is retreating. His shuttle over here, his pikes did not rack up that many kills. He's I mean, they held the line. They broke the wave. They broke the charge, but there are archers left with ammunition. Are they? No, they don't have ammunition left. Ooh. They're out of ammunition. Are they? Yes, they're out of ammunition. Nope, they're all out of ammunition. So maybe he should have stayed there. These guys should not have that many Pila left. And that would be the end of it. Okay, so some of the units are shattering from him, but at the same time, some of them are coming back. These guys, which were routing, came back. They were supplied by reinforcements, and yep. Meanwhile, the elephants are charging in. They're getting ready to try and wreak some havoc. Now, we thought it was a good idea at the time, but what we needed to do is wait for all of this to engage. So once all of that engaged, we would have been able to kill them. I lost an entire unit of Desert Cohort here to just these archers and to these Balearic Slingers, which is not that bad. Really, it was a good trade, because they wasted a lot of ammunition, and we are getting a lot of kills on these Slingers with my own Slingers over here. But we are running low on troops, man, and these units are very injured. They are very, very, very injured. We cannot hope to deal with this at a later stage. Like, we need all of these to come this side and assist here. The elephants charge in. They unfortunately charge over my troops, and that means that they do not get a really good charge. They are racking up kills, of course, because they are elephants, but there's only so much they can do. At this point, we're managing to get the kills. We're getting a bit of the upper hand. The balance of power is back towards the middle of the map. He's forgetting his... the Kushites are being left alone over here, and he's just charging in everything towards this side, trying to break through. The elephants are causing another bit of a chain rout. It was so close, getting so close when the chain rout gets started. You see, their morale was really bad. I'm trying to move the Desert Cohort out of there, so the elephants can go haywire and can go crazy without killing everything. And at this point, I believe this is what they did. They charged and loot everything. They charged and loot absolutely everything. The elephants have gotten 100 kills, and they are getting killed really fast. because of these avocado cohort holding the line. As I say, that elephant just charges straight through and smashes that line of legionaries over there. If these guys have PLR, that's unfortunate for us. We're trying to kill his general over here. The Lagatas just charged in, and we managed to get him with my desert cohort, but these are not good anti-cavalry units. At the same time, he's throwing his fireballs, balls of doom and destruction into my general. He's trying to kill my general with his catapult, but oof, at least he's not getting that good aim. My desert cohort are finally exhausted. They're broken. They've killed 200 men. This is fresh units. 138, 170. I mean, they're paying for themselves. This guy, the tribal slinger, somehow got caught in here. I'm not sure exactly why. Probably a misclick from my end. The poor desert cohort that was stuck up here did not do very well. The elephants, they're still rampaging, they're killing, they're running around, but either they go crazy so they are not stopped and they start walking over everything, or else they die, and they are dying, unfortunately. We needed fire arrows, and we need fire arrows straight into them. Catapult is just wrecking the morale of our troops, and this is our last stand. We have nothing, we have to hold the line here. His troops, the eagle cohorts, unfortunately, will be coming back for us, and again, this is probably going to be another loss for us. You were saying, yes, it is. But I have no shame uploading losses which look epic and cool. And trust me, this felt cool. And if it is not for you, well, we have different descriptions of what cool is. Then again, I used to think eating ice cream is cool. How lame was that, guys? How lame was that? A bit of Roman gelato, please. To be honest, I would kill for a bit of Roman gelato. These Shoten warriors did their job. They held over here. They killed the equivalent. Unfortunately, these Kushite pikes got surrounded. Yeah, they would have been really useful to hold this line here. Because if we were to hold here, we would have been able to just defeat this. But at this point now, we've reassigned ourselves to our defeat. We're doing our best to just, fight till the end. And we're gonna fast forward. So now it's mostly movements and trying to re-establish ourselves. They're trying to kill my general who's over here, who's trying to break the units which were sort of semi-routing. I charge into the water and I try to just, reform a line over here, get the attention of all these troops. So on this side I can start picking off the weakened ass troops and kill as many as possible. But it's not going very well in my direction. Over here, we're holding, we're killing a lot. My reserves are coming in. What's left of them? My allies' reserves are coming in. I'm bringing my tribal spearmen down, my tribal slingers down, and he's charged everything. I believe the enemy has committed pretty much everything. This is just very few troops left over here, and they're committed a lot. My general has gotten a couple of kills. These guys are just racking up the numbers. My slingers are now in position. The onager has been out of ammo for a long time. These guys are coming back. We're breaking him on this side with the little we have left. My allies' shuttle units are charging in for the last time to the river and trying to kill his generals, which are caught behind our units. His general starts to break. Again, it was so frustrating seeing the enemy generals starting to break, seeing their troops starting to rout. Over here, we thought we could get another mass rout, but it is not the case again, because somehow they pull it back out of the brink of destruction. We surround another unit of Eagle cohort over here. We start killing it really fast, so then we can assist Desert cohort, which is holding all of this blob. Just such a big blob. That unit shattered. We charge back into this while we're trying to kill the Syrian archers. See that was a really good shot on his own troops. He killed so many of his own troops, but it is not enough. We're trying to kill his last remaining general. We're managing to rout their last troops from this end, but again, just as about to break, they come back. And if we were to rout this, these are very healthy armored legionnaires. They're very healthy units, and my units are not healthy. My units are at the edge of their life. They are dying out. They're being ripped to shreds. At this point, my general is dead. He died fighting valiantly for this spot. His armored legionnaires are not doing very well. They're dying. We're just throwing arrow fire in. His general's unit is coming back and he's trying to reinforce his troops, but that cost him a lot, because I believe over here... No, the general's still alive. Look at him. He's still alive, but he's about to break. Oh, he died. He just died. So his general just died. That's obviously going to give him a blow to his morale, but my troops are not in a much better condition. I'm trying to reinforce this area, these desert cohorts. 55, if they weren't exhausted. If I was able to pull them out, I would have. That catapult hit is doing so much. He's reinforcing his troops, pushing them in and not letting them break. Once this breaks, our center would have broken and we stand no chance. My general unit is just bodyguard, is just moving through. My ally had some ammunition left and he's just using fire arrows, but that broke my unit as well. Even though my unit was also getting rear charged, so it does not have much of a lifespan left. We're trying as best as possible to hold the line. These poor desert cohorts just holding as much as possible over there. He's throwing his catapults, last bit of ammunition into our slingers, and trying to kill our last general, I believe. But the general survives for now. These cohorts somehow recovered their morale, and they're just fighting and killing and killing and fighting and fighting and killing and killing and fighting. We're starting to break slowly his Syrian archers and reducing his troops. At this point, we need to. Yeah, this was a beautiful charge. The Totalwarbro finished cleaning up the river and charge up and start attacking these guys in the rear. He casts intimidate on the enemy and starts breaking them as much as possible. Meanwhile, my slingers, for some reason, thought it was smart to come into the water here. I am not sure what they were trying to do. I was trying to attack them at this point. It's like, put them here and try to kill them. His ballista is breaking, but as I told you, my center was falling apart. He's breaking through, and that's it. Once the line is broken, it's not much you can do. I've sandwiched 2 units of armored legionnaires here, and I'm trying to break one. One breaks, but at the same time my other flank is falling. The other one is about to break. My left flank is holding on for dear life. It's doing its best to hold in position, but the shuttle are breaking. The shuttle is shattered, and with that our hopes of breaking this blob of armored legionnaires. In the center, my line is just shattering itself. Once, a chain rout happened on our end, not on his end. So many good units. No, not those. 37 cohort. They should have been fighting till the end. I was really hoping he'd misfire into this blob and kill. Again, so close, but it was too late for us. His units are trying to run away over here, so many. His archers charge into my slingers from the rear and almost start breaking them. My Numidian noble infantry is currently 167 kills. These guys have been fighting here in the line for so long. Meanwhile, the desert cohort, what are these legionnaires doing? They're coming back. Oh man, they're coming back and they're rear charging my troops. That's why I was got attacked in the rear. That's why my unit of 8. Oh, come on, that is so horrible. I try to shoot as much as I can into these units, but it is too late for us. It is absolutely too late. Our morale is gone. His units are falling, yes, but we have nothing left to hold them with. My 35. At this point we have nothing left, and we're doing our best to hold as long as we humanly can. That was a really good shot, and that will help us, but it needed to arrive earlier. My ally is choosing fire shot, trying his best to break the morale. That was his last shot. He charged in. He's doing a rear charge. He's trying to break this legionary cohort. It's 76 units. It's not nearly enough. My general unit, I mean, it's surrounded at all ends, but it's doing its best to hold. We've managed to actually the legionary unit is just running after my ally's general, trying to kill him, and it is game pretty much. At this point we start retreating. We start trying to fall back and retreat, but it is 15 minutes of waiting. We kill as many as we can. Our units over here collapse. Finally, this unit of desert cohort collapses. He runs us back to the safety of our arrow tire. When you look at it, he did not have much left. I mean, these guys, 212, 15 kills. They're surrounded completely, but they decided to fight till the end, to die fighting, killing their enemies. The Roman armies are so strong. They shatter. And at this point, his morale was so low. All we needed was one more unit, possibly that one unit I had of 86 cohort. of Desert Cohort. And they run back and forth. We start exchanging communications. We start telling each other, GG, it's been a fun game, but please just let us go. They're like, no, we have to kill all of you. And they just do that. So please enjoy. Just just as a side note. Just as a side note. I'm gonna slow, normal time it. Okay. No. Oh my god, normal time. Look at the carnage. Look at the bodies in the river. Ooh, but look over here. It's just a mess. Just a mess. An absolute mess. I barely have any of my ammunition left. But while we're at it, let's go. Fast forward, full on speed, and see what happens. They were literally trying to recover their troops, get them some ammunition, get them back to fresh from exhausted, and hope that they don't break. Exhaustion does play a very critical role in the health of the units. We must keep that in mind. And there they go. They are moving forward. The 10 minutes left of the game. It's pretty much nothing is happening. And fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Da 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 da. This is where they start to decide to come back in. Whole 7 minutes. How rude. How rude of them. They walk in and just do the formation, try to hold themselves together. There was a horde of them, and there's just a couple dozen of them left. Normal speed. Okay. Oof. So they're just moving forward. Let's see from this location. What is the defenses? Well, the defense plan was threaten them with this, scare them as much as possible. It's not enough though. They know, they call our bluff, they realize, and they do not charge. I mean, they act with like responsibility, but I try shooting some of my ammo left sparingly, but it doesn't work, unfortunately for us. So let's see the massacre of Masaesyli and Kush at Alexandria Artosa. Shooty shooty. Pew 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 pew. And they charge in. My poor unit of tribals, slingers is pretty much dead. We did manage, like at this point I was like, ooh, we're breaking them slowly. We broke 1 or 2 units, but then they take the center. We lose the morale bonus, and I mean, if we had ammunition, like decent ammunition, we would have been able to do something. But well, there's nothing we can do at this point. They're capturing the center and they're moving forward. My ally is trying to, charge in. I used up all my ammunition, so I just charge in as well. And we charge, and they charge us, and I think they still had some of them had Pila left, and that's it. I'm not sure what my ally was doing. I think my ally just decided to watch the fall of his city from on top of the walls. On top of the wall. Would have been fun if the last fight was inside the citadel on the secondary layer back here. Because the location of the capture point is not the most prime, if one must say so themselves. And that was the end of this, another costly enemy victory. I mean, there were over 10,000 troops on the battlefield, and we held the lines. I got a decent volume of kills from my end. My ally, unfortunately, lost his slave infantry, of course. I mean, of course, he's not going to get that many kills with them. But the saddest part was his pikemen, which are usually the things you get the most kills with, which were destroyed by the Pilotros of Sparky, Ven, and Francesco Boldrini 9. They did fantastic across the board. They used really good use of their terrain, except when they just charged in completely point blank at my desert cohort. I mean, my desert cohort, with the exception of this guy, which was slaughtered by the arrow fire, did really well. This one did meh. My slave infantry, of course, would not get kills, and my treble slingers, I again still trying to get the hold of them. My general, however, is the MVP of the battle for my end. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe down below. Write a comment. If you don't like the content, just write a comment telling me that you don't like it. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for helping the channel grow so much. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have your own submissions, send them at totalwarbro@gmail.com. It's down in the description. And see you next time. Ta-ta.